Now, Children in Night is almost with us, and we'll be finding out a little later how the money you raised is being spent. And if you want to raise money, you might think of doing a sponsored run or a swim, but one Oxfordshire farmer has chosen a rather unusual way of raising awareness for his charity. Alastair Welford has dyed his hair pink and orange. When he came into the studio a little earlier, he began by telling me why.
Well, I've been asked that so many times, and the reason that it's orange and pink is I'm raising awareness of the Toybox charity, of which this is the colours for, and indeed raising funds for it, and it's getting me through doors with government officials. Seeing you, for example, it's attracted your attention, hopefully, to ask me a few more questions about the charity.
Well, let's talk about the charity, because that's why you've done it, as you say, for the street kids of Latin America. Why has their plight touched you so much that you would go to these lengths?
Well, I've been working with the charity now for 5 years and I've been chairman of trustees for the last 3 years. And I've been out there a number of times and seen the children and worked with the children, which is what I really love doing. And having seen children's lives change and move forward, I realised that it is possible for a child that is really in exceptional circumstances to actually change and become something quite significant.
So tell me some of their stories. How difficult is life for them?
Well, what makes a street child is possibly a good question to answer. And what makes a street child invariably is the result of, usually a result of a family situation that has arisen possibly because of drugs, abuse of drugs and drink. And, inevitably adults with an addiction, the children will go out into the city to earn money by whatever means they can. That could be begging, stealing, prostitution, dancing, doing whatever they can to do it. And it's not long before a child will actually, having gone home with their spoils, got to the point where the beatings they get, because of course what they bring home can never be enough for an addict, will mean that the child will take the decision, I might as well go and do what I do and stop out on the street. And
they live in very difficult circumstances, rubbish dumps, which is really difficult to imagine.
Absolutely. I mean, there's rubbish dumps is a foraging area for stuff. They can forage plastic, even food. I've seen a child as young as 6 to pick up a bread roll out of a heap of rubbish while I've seen rats running. And that sort of thing makes me angry. But at the same time, I also know that little girl is actually on the street now that I saw do that.
It's a far cry from Oxfordshire. Why did you get involved?
Whoa, that's a difficult one. Why did I get involved? I've always had a passion for children. I was originally asked along to join the board just to observe and to help, and eventually, I have to say, it was the children that pulled me in, just seeing the need being so desperate and so great. And just the need. It is simply huge.
And if you want to find out more about the work of Toybox, you can log on to their website, www.toybox.org.uk.